the much anticipated $1,400 fourth stimulus check update. Yes, we are talking about a targeted, laser focused stimulus check designed to benefit our most vulnerable citizens first. That's right, I'm talking about the Social Security, retirees, individuals with disabilities, veterans, low income, no income households, people receiving SSI, SSDI, and senior citizens. I have got all the juicy details, all you need to know regarding the potential lifeline for the fourth stimulus check. Stick around till then, you'll be among the first to know what's brewing right here into the Congress and how the economy is playing a vital role in order to contribute to the next round of stimulus check. And with this current busy and uncertain time, you might be wondering what's really happening this time. Today in this video, I got all the details regarding a potential $1,400 fourth stimulus check. And guess what? It's specifically targeted to benefit a wide range of people, including those receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivors, SSI beneficiaries, VA, RRB, low income, no income, seniors and older adults, and also people with disabilities. So if you are someone among these group of beneficiaries, you fall in these categories, then you definitely don't want to miss out on the details. Now you might be wondering, can we be really certain about Congress? Will they going to take action this time? If this happens, yes, you'd be going to receive another round of stimulus check. We need more people like Bernie Sanders who actually care about the senior citizens. Well, he spent entire political career fighting and caring for American and working class and poor people. Bernie Sanders is a true American hero. Do let me know what do you think about Bernie Sanders, but I think Bernie Sanders should have been the president. Don't get me wrong, Bernie Sanders is one of the advocates who truly knows the pain of low-income fixed income beneficiaries, and I think Social Security Expansion Act completely manages to package a comprehensive bill that would reform the Social Security, as well as those people who need it the most will be getting the much needed attention and the benefits. It's really crucial to keep eye on to various economic downturns, as it can be quite sneaky and starting slow at first and then hitting us. It's like a big snowball rolling down the hill. As it goes down, it gains tons and tons of weight, tons and tons of snow. It's like a continuing growing effect. Once the economy takes downturn, then it can be quite dramatic. The money is the tight thing right now, especially for low income, fixed income households. Speaking of the potential of the stimulus check and who could be potentially included, what type of stimulus check it could be when it comes out, and why exactly government will be issuing stimulus check in this particular scenario, also how much the stimulus money could be and when can you able to receive it. We have got all the details and I'll be breaking down all the details, all the questions, speculations right here in this video. I would like to elaborate that these stimulus check will be immediately sent out if certain conditions are met. If you are low income fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security, then you could be eligible for the financial benefit. However guys, before we proceed, make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to our channel. Let's jump right into all the details. I'll be going to cover all the details on the fourth stimulus check update and also the schedule for the payments. So without further ado, let's jump right into all the details. Alright guys, so let me summarize the September payment schedule. Onto the first of the month, there will be two important payments going out. First is the SSI recipient. All the supplemental security income beneficiaries will be going to receive their payment on 1st of the September, and the next important payment onto the 1st September is all those Social Security beneficiaries who received their Social Security before May 1997. Do check out 1st of the September for your payments to be deposited. Then 13th of the September, if your birth date lies between 1st to 10th of the month. If your birth date lies between 11th to 20th of the month, then do check out 20th of the September for your payments to be deposited. And if your birth date lies between 21st to 31st of the month, then be sure to check out 27th of the September for your payments. And talking about the second deposit for the SSR recipient, it will be happening on 29th of the September 2023. This month of the September will have two payments, double deposit. Yes, you heard it right. The first payment for the SSR recipient will be going out on 1st September. No wonders right there, normal payment. But talking about the 29th of the September, that's where the fun lies in. 29th of the September is for all the SSR recipient. This will be your double deposit, the second deposit of the month, and the reason is quite simple. Simply how the dates are lying onto the calendar, that due to that you'll be going to receive your supplemental security income much earlier than expected, and that's where we need to check out the next month calendar. So if you check out the 1st of the October, typically all the SSI beneficiaries should have received their payment on 1st of the month. But here is the thing, 1st of the month happens to be landing on Sunday, and that's where you'll be not going to receive your October SSI payment on 1st of the month. Instead, that SSI payment will be coming in on 29th of the September. Remember guys, this is not an extra payment, no bonus payment, no extra unexpected deposit. It's just how simply the dates are lying onto the calendar, and you'll be going to receive October SSI payment 1 or 2 days early. So let me explain the situation. Is the next round of a stimulus check is on the verge, is on the horizon, or what's really going on? When those stimulus check will be sent out quickly? I'll explain why the next round of stimulus check might be already onto the horizon. Alright guys, so things are changing rapidly. We are in a rather unusual time with some unexpected developments, bills, packages, proposals, urgent need for the social security reform, and I appreciate that you are right over here checking out all these videos with all those latest information, all this latest update. It's kind of a busy and uncertain time. It's my duty to provide you all the latest information. So guys, make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and let's jump right into all the details. Let me break down the situation. I wanted to break down all the situation that could lead to more stimulus packages, more stimulus check, particularly targeting low income population. And yes, we are talking about a specific group of people right over here. Now there have been a significant events in recent months, so it's essential to understand their impact on your finances and benefits. So let's start discussing the possibility of the Congress approving a stimulus check. So there is a possibility of Congress approving stimulus check if certain circumstances unfold. Now you might be wondering, can we be really certain about Congress? Will they going to take action this time? Nothing is 100% guaranteed. However guys, there is a growing likelihood if the situation continues to develop in a certain way, then there is a very high chance that you will be going to receive another round of stimulus check. Now some people may argue that Congress would never approve another round of stimulus check, but you know guys, you need to take a look at the data. History repeats itself. History tells us the truth. In the past, we have seen divided Congress come together and support American people during these financial crises. Now speaking about possibility of a stimulus check in the near future, well, possibility of the reconciliation to pass legislation, well, that is the good news. They can absolutely add a stimulus check into the legislation if they wish to do so. Based on the history over the last couple of years, how long does it really take for those stimulus check to be distributed? Now generally speaking guys, stimulus check do go out after 1 week after the bill is signed into a law by President Joe Biden, and in the shortest scenario, it only took literally 48 hours after the bill was signed. So now let's take this into the consideration and let's take a look at some possible scenarios. Now history is a great example where we have received stimulus check in year 2020, year 2021, and guess what guys, in the year 2023 same kind of economic factors are showing up, and now they are showing that inflationary data is predicting there could be another round of stimulus check. Now let me show you when the economy gets to a point where government must intervene when the stimulus check will be issued. Now here you can see, now let's say this red line right over here is the line for the inflation. Now you know what guys, inflation starts off high like this and then it starts to drop off like this is the period of deflation, and you know what, this is when government should analyze how much stimulus money is required to stimulate the economy. They need to do this in order to save the economy. It doesn't matter how much the inflation is, what's really going on, first priority will be to save the economy, nothing else. And you know what guys, if they don't send out stimulus check during this period, economy will continue to deflate, and it will even get to a point where even the charts can't even register. Basically it's dropping below the thresholds where it should be. You know, at this particular time, you know what, government has to intervene in order to help individuals. This is when they got the simple and easiest solution, that is to send out the stimulus check. Now it is difficult to predict when this will exactly happen. We are looking for this exact point when economy will get to a point, well, they will have to send out stimulus check. There is no other way. It's difficult to predict because it depends on severity of other economic factors, economic crisis, and government's response to it. This is the point where actually government realizes that we are into technically in the period of recession and we need to send out stimulus check. One of the key factors are jobs. Jobs are so important for the economy. We all know that jobs are created when economy flourishes. People will start working, producing more stuff, more goods, more services. Economy gets stronger and stronger. This is a cycle basically. This results in more tax revenues, which helps to keep cycle going on and on. Now, the government knows that jobs are key indicators of economy's overall performance. When the jobs are lost, economy is contracting. But you know what? When jobs are gained, economy is expanding. So it doesn't matter whether the Congress is divided, are they working in union? The truth is that Congress comes together when they know the impact of the stimulus check is absolutely necessary and it's essential for economy to recover. If the right circumstances arise, they will be going to likely act once again to send out the stimulus check. Now, let's focus on to the current state of the economy. You may have heard about the various reports into the news. Economy is showing signs of distress. Banks are collapsing and this could be an indicator of larger financial crisis ahead. And we have seen countries intervening and rescuing these collapsing banks. However, guys, it's likely putting a band-aid onto a problem. The actual problem is much deeply rooted right here into the economy, which won't go away by simple band-aid fixes. The cracks into the financial system, the roots of the problem are still there, and the situation needs to be carefully monitored, assessed, and then needs to be resolved as well. The good news is actually bad news when it comes down to the Federal Reserve and they are concerned about the inflation. Now let's take a look at from a Federal Reserve's perspective. Federal Reserve, also known as central bank, and its chairman Jerome Powell, they closely monitor the state of the economy, and to them a good news into the economy like low unemployment and healthy economic growth means one single thing: inflation is too high, and strong economy makes it challenging for inflation to come down. And that's why to address this issue, Federal Reserve takes action by tightening their grip onto the economy and raising the interest rate. Now, what kind of an impact that will have onto the consumer? Well, you might be wondering, how does this affect you, me, as a individuals, as a normal household, as a normal American? Well, here is where it hits our home. As the Federal Reserve raises the interest rates, it puts pressure onto the consumers. Take for example credit card balances. For example, the average interest rate onto the credit card has risen nearly 20% up from the last 16% a year ago. Now this simple little change makes it harder for the consumers to pay off their debts and increase the overall consumer debt. Now let's take a look at low unemployment. Is it good news or bad news? Although low unemployment rate may seem like a great news on a first sight, the Federal Reserve sees the thing differently. They look at it from a perspective as a sign of an overly strong economy, and this resulting in higher wages, excessive demand for workers. Consequently, Federal Reserve sees the need to slow down the economy, leading to more aggressive interest rate hikes. So we should pay our close attention to the Federal Reserve's action onto interest rate policies, because those interest rate policies and what called quantitative easings are the key indicators how they are managing this situation, essentially putting stimulus check into people's bank account, into economy afloat. Now, unlike the previous round of stimulus check tied to the COVID-19 pandemic, you know the situation. This check has designed to aim and to revitalize the economy, but this time it's entirely different as it won't be around the COVID-19 relief. Instead, there will be an effort to bring economy back on the track in the current potential financial hardship. Into the past, we have witnessed similar stimulus check happening during financial crisis like the great financial crisis, when economy takes a hit and these checks becomes a tool to support the American people and businesses. The current employment data is a rising concern despite the reports of the job creation. Large corporations are announcing significant layoffs and the numbers don't simply add up. And you see how data manipulation happens. This probably suggests there is a potential manipulation happening right over here. There might be some inaccuracies in reporting those job losses. Now, to effectively stimulate the economy, it's very crucial to focus on low-income recipients. Many studies shows that they have higher tendency to spend all those cash stimulus check, which drives the economic activity very rapidly. So therefore, targeting low-income individuals with the relief checks can have a substantial impact to revitalize the economy. If you talk about the $1,400 stimulus check sent out in early 2021, the check wasn't directly related to COVID-19 relief, as it was more like a general payment. The exact reason behind those stimulus checks sent out in early 2021 are not entirely clear. Nevertheless, people received those stimulus checks, and you know what? Who cares? Once you receive the money, who cares? We are all happy about it regardless of the specific purpose. But here is the crucial point. The next round of a stimulus check, if there is a next round, then it will likely serve a different purpose altogether. It won't be for another COVID-19 relief package because COVID is already gone. Instead, it will be more likely focused on revitalizing the economy, considering the current inflation, or bringing down the economy back from its current state. Now, we have seen the similar kind of a situation into the past where great financial crisis happened, and during those economic challenging times, we have received those stimulus checks. In the event of the stimulus check, this could be the difficult question to answer as it ultimately depends on the economic situation. However, if economic situation was similar to what was in the early 2020, then it was likely that the same criteria will be used for this time as well. And speaking of what type of a stimulus check would it be, well, again, it's little bit more predictable. I believe that it could be similar to the third stimulus check, as it would be the same amount for the last one. It means that it could be $1,400, $1,200, $2,000, or probably $1,600. And of course, these amounts can depend on the eligibility and other sorts of factors. You can think of a recession as a great reset. You can think of recession as a reset for our economy. When economy experiences a significant downturn, it can actually help bring down the inflation. Now, trust me on that, recession is actually a good thing. You could say it's a reset for our economy, where end of the one chapter begins the another one. Now, who wants to keep paying higher prices for groceries, other everyday items, necessities? Definitely, I don't want to pay higher costs. I know about you, you don't want it either. Therefore, it's essential to understand the reason behind this stimulus check might be different, but the primary goal is to address economic challenges. For instance, in year 2000, stimulus check was issued to tackle the financial industry's collapse, while in the year 2009, it was aimed to combat the real estate market crash. What about year 2023-2024? The current indicators are pointing towards the possibility of another financial crisis. What might be the exact catalyst for the next stimulus check is still a question. We have observed these cracks into the financial system, into the banking sector, and Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes. Those could be the contributing factors, contributing more to the instability. Additionally, there are inconsistencies into the unemployment data, and with such reports, both of the job creation and the significant layoff into the large corporations, well, all those important key indicators raises a very important concern and suggest that economy is not standing onto the stable grounds. As a wise person, you don't want to jump into the conclusion too quickly and speculate about this manipulated data. Therefore, it's essential to keep eye on the situation, all those key indicators as well. If the financial situation deteriorates further, then Congress might resort familiar pattern of passing substantial relief packages that includes another round of stimulus check to support American people and our entire economy. If it materializes, it will be likely on economic recovery rather than COVID-19 relief. The main intention is to revitalize the economy, boost the consumer spending, and stimulate the overall economic activity. Many of those historical events showed that such stimulus check can be very effective tools in times of financial crisis, as those stimulus check comes to rescue very rapidly. They inject bunch of money directly into the people's hands, into individual businesses, encouraging individuals and businesses spend more money. So you really have to ask yourself, is the next round of a stimulus check is on the verge, is on the horizon, or what's really going on, what it means for you? And that's where it brings us to the next round of stimulus check. I'll explain why the next round of stimulus check might be already onto the horizon. So what it really means for you and economy. Now the next round of stimulus check, whether you call it economic impact payment, COVID relief check, or any fancy name, quantitative easing, fourth round of stimulus check is not going to be definitely about COVID-19 because COVID-19 is already gone, but definitely it's gonna be about the economic recovery. When this situation demands it, when economy is crumbling, Congress will rush to pass another kind of a relief package, possibly multiple ones, just to test out the effectiveness of the package. The end goal is to help American people and businesses to recover quickly. In the time of crisis, these packages always include relief for the American people and support for struggling businesses. Millions of unemployed individuals might also receive help during these challenging times, and it's coming from the historical pattern that we have seen into the past, which we can expect to continue right here into the future as well. Now, when the financial crisis hits, the Federal Reserve will play a vital role in recovering the economy. They'll be likely going to start aggressively cutting the interest rate and implementing what known as quantitative easing. Now, quantitative easing involves printing tons and tons of money, trillions and trillions of money for the struggling economy. While it's a messy system, this measure is taken as an emergency to keep the economy sustained and afloat. Now, once the situation escalates, Congress will act swiftly to approve the stimulus check and to provide immediate relief to the people and businesses. And they know how critical it is to respond promptly in the time of crisis. And hopefully the process will be much quicker. But here is the thing, we need to understand that these situations solutions will take time to really unfold right here into the economy. You can't expect economy to crumble each and every day and a frequently basis. I mean, what's the role of Congress? Their role is to stabilize the economy and maintain the economy as a whole system. Also, targeting low-income fixed income beneficiaries to receive stimulus check is really important, ensuring effectiveness of those stimulus check because lower income individuals tend to spend all that cash, all that money into the economy, which stimulates the entire economy rapidly. On other hand, higher income individuals more likely save their money into the banks, which will not help the economy to grow. Essentially, where the money is actively circulating through the economy, this is where the growth happens. By targeting low income individuals, we can ensure that money goes wherever it needs the most stimulation into the economic growth. Although Congress is known for its slow pace, they can act very swiftly into the situation where it really demands for another round of stimulus check. Just like a turtle, which can be surprisingly fast if it wants to, Congress can make quick decision when it comes down to the stimulus check. Economy requires immediate support. While we are waiting, let's remember that it won't be another COVID-19 check. It will be about rescuing the economy. So we must stay informed what all the important signs and understand Congress can act very quickly when the need for the stimulus check arises. Please don't forget to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.